1986. Man, what a time for professional wrestling. You had the NWA, you had the World Wrestling Federation, two powerhouse promotions competing for your television time. Whether you was in the South, North, globally, it really didn't matter. But let's talk about the NWA just for a brief second. Because it was in 1986 when then NWA champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the head of the Four Horsemen, was conducting an interview with David Crockett and Tony Schiavone. And he was talking about his nice custom suit from Michaels in Kansas City. And talking about how when the Crockett's want to treat a champion right, they give him something that makes him shine like a champion. Today, we're going to review that very item. And you can get it on WWEshop.com. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is David Babel. It's a pleasure to have another review with you guys. Now, as you can see, we are wearing the exact same Bray Wyatt shirt that we did in the lovely Bray Wyatt Unseen Finished Fiend mask review. Because when I like to do my reviews, I like to film a whole bunch of them all at once and try to get them out to you as fast as possible. But enough of that. Let's talk about the review we're going to talk about today. As I stated in the intro, we're taking you back to 1986, at a time when Ric Flair dominated the NWA as its World Heavyweight Champion. Now, what we're about to review with you is an item that has become a popular hit on WWEshop.com. And if you want to have this item, I recommend you go get it. You can get this for $449. And not only am I going to show you this belt, but I'm going to show you something that kind of compares to it in essence, and you'll kind of see what I mean. So let's go ahead and take a look at the item we're talking about here. Some call it the Crumrine, but this is also the WWE Shop version of the Crumrine. The Crumrine World Heavyweight Championship. This is an absolute beautiful, beautiful championship. Again, this is the WWE Shop version of the belt. There are so many different versions of this belt out there, from shop to overseas makers to a company called C4 Authentic. And C4 Authentic actually works with the family that made the original Crumrine. And if you've got the money to spend, go with them. I highly recommend it. But unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money, so it's the shop version here. I got this from a great guy in the hobby. I hope I pronounce his name right. His name is Buna. Thank you so much, Buna, for giving me the opportunity to not only have this in my collection, but a chance to review it here on the channel. This is a all gold, not all gold actually. It's based off the original Crumrine, I believe. So there's some nickel into the gold on a brown strap with not a much of a curve to it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this beauty of a belt. We take over to these snaps right here, which is a 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 by 8. Now, the original Crumrine had stitching throughout the outside of the belt, around the plates. This one's kind of got like a, I don't really say it's got a stitching. It kind of looks like a stamped look to it to make it look like there was stitching done. That's just my opinion right there. We'll come to the first side plate here, and with all big golds, you have your red gems in each corner, the wrestlers grappling, a nice floral pattern. You've got that gold nickel setting right there that you'll see throughout the entire belt. Not much of a gap right here. One fingered separation. That's how the original Crumrine was. We come to the main plate right here. Now with the WWE version, you have the WWE logo. This one here, it's got that nice floral pattern that goes throughout the whole axis of the belt. World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Now, I've seen so many reviews on the ShopRite. I believe when the ShopRite originally came out, there was an issue with the lettering and the ION right here. It looks like on this one, it looks a little bit correct. Somebody who watches this review, they'll be able to tell me differently. You can see the nice floral patterning in the back throughout the entire belt. You have the also familiar crown in the middle. Grappler there, wrestlers grappling there and there. The globe. Nameplate is blank. This is the style of nameplate that came with the original Crumrine Big Gold. It had Ric Flair's name on it, and Rick was actually spelled wrong. It was spelled R-I-C-K, not R-I-C, which if you are a real fan, you would know that. And it's pretty cool that a lot of people don't really know that. True historians of this belt really do know. We come over to this side plate right here. Exact same to the other one. And I like this nice little detail that they put with the shop version, the rope border. The rope border goes along the outside of the belt, of the side plate and the main plate, where on the WWE version, it lays on top of it, giving it a 3D effect. You have the 2x8 snaps right here. No belt tip, nice rounded edge. As we take a look at the back of the belt, what I really love about shop belts nowadays, when you've got a belt from shop, the screws in the back were shown, so that way you could easily take it off, clean the plates, maybe get a send-out strap that you can get from a lot of leather makers. But WWE Shop decided, we're going to make that a little more difficult. And they have those covered. And it's a nice kind of smooth backing almost. You can see the little bit of creases from it being displayed, snapped, and everything. You have the official WWE patch with the hologram, and then the screw showing in case if you get a customized nameplate, you can replace it and put it on there. Or you can go to WrestlingSuperstore.com and you can pick up one of these kind of nameplates right here, in which this belt came with The Rock. That actually fits on there. There are a lot of guys in the belt hobby who create them for the belt. Ron Edwardson is one of them. Very well known in the hobby. I believe he does trophy style plates. I believe he does these style of nameplates as well. Taking a quick look, as you can see, this is how the belt looks over the shoulder. It's the main plate. It is kind of flat. The original Crumrine was, and as you can see, over, it looks beautiful. Again, for a shop belt being on display, the leather is alright. Fake leather, I should say. We do that classic fold over, just like this. You know, because, you know, when Rick held the belt, he held it sort of like this. But this is how the belt looks folded from the front and back view. It does snap evenly because it is a WWE shop belt and everything. But let's show you a quick comparison here. This is a shop WWE Crumrine. This is an overseas version of the WWE version. Now, this is my all silver version and everything. We're going to throw this over my shoulder really quick. And then we're going to put this one over it as well. Now, as you can see, the plate size different. You can tell right away. Plate size different. This is bigger. This is a little bit smaller. The side plates. Side plates smaller on the shop. On the overseas, a little bit bigger. It's designed after the WWE version of it. Okay. The grapplers here are, it's an individual piece. On the shop one, it's a little, the grapplers are a little bit flatter. They do kind of stick out a little bit, but it's there. The lettering on the belts are kind of the same. This one is a little bit different than this one. This is more readable here. And as you can see, WWE logo. No WWE logo. Again, overseas, floppy, really floppy. Shop, somewhat floppy. Let's go ahead and set this one over here. So, just to give you an idea of difference, if you get the WWE version, which that's not a shop version, that is an overseas version. This is the shop version of the Crumrine. Like I said, there's so many different versions of this. There's the overseas ones, there's the shop one, there's the C4 one. There's so many makers out there who make this. There's even a version of the Crumrine that does say NWA, and it does say World's Heavyweight Champion. I believe it was made by Leather Rebels. If I'm not mistaken, it was the original go-to design. The Crockett's decided against it because they knew they were going to step away from the NWA. This would eventually become the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, which would go through so many different iterations. At one point, that so-called genius himself, Hulk Hogan, when he was Hollywood Hogan in his heel run, would spray paint the letters NWO on this beautiful design right here. But overall, this is perhaps one of the best WWE shop belts out there that WWE Shop has ever created. And I highly recommend that if you are a fan of this, go ahead and get it. Like I said, it retails for $449 currently on shop right now. Sometimes it's on sale. So get yourself one if you absolutely love it. And like I said, a Wrestling Superstore nameplate does fit on it. So if you have one of these from the original WCW Flat Figures Inc. version, or if you have the original Figures Inc. 2D Big Gold, and you have this style nameplate, it'll fit on there, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and get one. This is The Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I think there's even a Ric Flair one, in case you wanted a Ric Flair one. Thank you so much for joining me on the review. I do greatly appreciate you joining me. Again, as always, my name is David Babel. This is the Instant Classic Review. Style, profile, be limousine riding and jet flying, and we will see you guys on the next review. Woo!